Welcome back to the channel. So here we are in Dublin Airport. This time we're going to take a quick trip over and have a look at Dublin Castle. Dublin Castle is a point of interest in the new Microsoft World Update number 3. So let's jump into the plane. We're basically going to take off here on runway 16 and head straight down to Stephen's Green, which is just a very quick hop. Once we get down to Stephen's Green, we will pop out in the drone camera, have a quick look at Dublin Castle, and maybe a small gander at one or two other things in Dublin. So let me concentrate here on taking off. I'm going to be wobbling around too much. We have a nice sun there, so we're doing this at 10 o'clock in the morning, virtually 10 o'clock in the morning, technically 10 o'clock at night. The wonders of the internet. Dublin Airport is quite nice in the simulator. Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, I can immediately recognize the hills and the Irish Sea and everything. It's definitely highly recognizable. So as we climb out here, just take a second to remind you, if you're new to the channel, when you click the subscribe button, click the notification bell as well and set up your notifications. So I hope to make quite a few of these videos, quite nice. I heard the lakes down in Kerry are also a point of interest on here, so we might do that sometime soon. But I don't want to spend the whole time in Ireland, so we'll pop over to England, maybe Scotland, and check out some of the scenery that's been handcrafted for Update 3 there as well. So we can turn here and basically follow the road in to Dublin, which is kind of what I would do if I was driving from the airport, actually. So you can see Dublin City there right in front of us. So right under that left wing, in between the left wing and the wheel, is Croke Park. So Croke Park is a sporting arena, I guess, sports grounds, and it's for mostly, I guess, if not solely, for Irish sports run by the GAA, which are different to commercial sports in that there isn't that much money involved. Players don't get paid, they just do it for the love of the sport. That's quite interesting nowadays. So here we are over Dublin. So we're now on what people would call the north side, and across the river is the south side. So I don't know if you guys can already see Stephen's Green. It's just up there a little bit in front of us. And we're right about over Dublin Castle now, actually. But I'm going to park up here by Stephen's Green. And then we're going to hit our active pause, jump out of the airplane, take the drone, and have a look around. So, if you look at the River Lee going out there to the sea, along there is the point where a lot of concerts and that are held. There's St. Stephen's Green Park in front of us. And what was just off the nose there when we looked down was Stephen's Green Shopping Centre. So we jump on our drone now, drop down. I can definitely recognize a lot of places here. So it's really amazing what they can do. So Stephen's Green looks pretty good. Stephen's Green Shopping Centre would recognise. And of course there's the pedestrian street. That's quite a nice street to walk down. A lot of activity there. Some movies have been shot there. Over there is Trinity University, where the Book of Kells and all that stuff is. So it hasn't been handcrafted, but it's easily recognizable for me, Trinity University. Quite a lot of interesting architecture in the university if you walk around the grounds, which I believe you still can do. Just walk in and have a look around. There's the river as it goes out to sea, and there in front of us is the, I guess what was a Docklands area, but now it's mostly nice apartments and concert hall and stuff like that. And I guess you've already spotted Dublin Castle there in the top left corner. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you where everything is, so you can find it. And that basically is pretty much the centre of Dublin. So Dublin Castle is it's always struck me as kind of lost in the middle of the city. But in Dublin, people don't like to build up. They don't want any skyscrapers or anything like that. Apparently it blocks the sunlight. And if you've ever lived in Ireland, sunshine is something that Irish people really appreciate, because we don't get it every day, I guess. So over there is City Hall on the right, just disappearing. And now we're looking into Dublin Castle. What I'm going to try and do now is drop my drone down. That's also, that little green patch there is Dublin Garden, which in real life is manicured a little bit better than it is in the simulator. So here we go. I landed on the roof. So let me pop down into the middle of it. Okay, that little dome that you can see on your left is Bedford Hall. And in front of us to the left is the National Stamp Duty Office. I must say they have rendered this quite well. It all looks really good. That's George's Hall, straight in front of us now. I have absolutely no idea who George was, so sorry about that. And there we go, Dublin Castle. So, yeah, on our left, Bedford Hall. Now we're going to go through here and pop out the other side. As we pop out the other side, you will be able to see on the left is, if it still is, I'm not sure, that's the Garda Museum. Garda, of course, is the Irish word for police. We have some interesting shops there in front of us. There's the Revenue Museum. Which, of course, is a chapel. May or may not still be the museum, I'm not sure. Oh, we have just crossed into the building here, and we can see that it's made up of these metal cables. That's quite interesting. Sorry about that. Still getting the whole hang on the drone. Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't support multiple monitors, so it would be pretty cool if I had monitors on the left and the right, give you peripheral vision. There's Dublin Garden. In Dublin, you notice from the air that there's quite a lot of these green patches all around the place. So that may have been Christchurch Cathedral that we just looked at. And now over here might be St. Patrick's. St. Patrick's Park, and I guess St. Patrick's Cathedral is right behind it. So it's not actually bad now. I know in a Microsoft Flight Simulator or World Update 3 and the patches that came with it, they have improved a lot of the churches in Ireland and England. It was a point that a lot of people made that flying cross-country, especially in England, a lot of people use the churches as waypoints. So there's Temple Bar. I don't see a lot happening there, but it is 10 o'clock in the morning, theoretically. If I'd put it on for night time, this would be probably a very active area. That piece right there now on the bottom of your screen, that's kind of Temple Bar area, which is full of small eateries and pubs and all that nightlife kind of stuff. So we can pop up along here. I can already see where O'Connell Bridge would be. Of course, it doesn't really look like O'Connell Bridge. But anybody familiar with the area should recognize this from the air. So let's just drop down and we can have a quick look. So a lot of the buildings, of course, are simulated. The GPO there, but it doesn't really quite look like that in real life. Actually, there's way more chewing gum on the pavement, to be honest. So that's quite a nice view out there. We spin our drone back and end up here with a nice scenic view of Dublin before we jump back into our airplane. So let's get ready and jump back in. Here we go. So now it's going to be a quick trip back to Dublin Airport. Somehow the return journey always seems a little bit longer than the outgoing journey. I'm not quite sure why that is. I guess on the outward journey you're looking forward to what you're actually going to see, and on the journey back it may be more solely for aviation enthusiasts. So I'm doing a turn around a point there. Anybody know what that building is right underneath me? I have absolutely no idea. But if you know what it is, put it in the comments below and I can learn something today. So there's Dublin Airport off in the distance, we can see it, and I'm going to do something here which might be a bit unusual. I'm going to fast forward and just see how this works out. So let me know. We're going to just turn on warp drive right now, and this is sped up 10 times to get us back to Dublin pretty quickly. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about, speeding up parts of the video like this, just to make it a little bit more concise. I know now we're not all, but a significant portion of the world is staying at home. Yet we still seem to want to rush things and we want everything delivered quickly. It's quite interesting when we have so much more time. So we're kind of doing a wheelie here now. Instead of using the brakes, just keeping the wheel up. And we better put it down now because we need to turn here. So we turn around here and head out here. But yeah, from flying, from the update, what I did notice is, my hope that a lot of work will be done on the G1000. I haven't seen anything yet, any improvements to it, to be honest. That disengaging the autopilot, the red light should flash a couple of times, but not for the next 10 minutes. I can see someone up here at our parking space, so that's pretty cool. So guys, let me know what you thought about that quick fast forward back to the airport. I'm just experimenting. We have somebody waiting for us out here, so we're going to cut across. So I know I've done a terrible landing and absolute terrible taxiing, but I'm not really focusing on that in this video. I hope you enjoyed Dublin Castle. I hope you enjoyed a quick view around Dublin. And yeah, if you turn on your notifications when you subscribe, you'll be notified as to the next trip, which may be somewhere in England or Kerry. I haven't decided yet. So he's pretending that he didn't see us, probably after my taxi. Okay, take care guys, have a good one, bye.